Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the various counties, territories, areas, states, whatever they call the first level of subdivision of the planet, of the countries on planet Earth, and I do this on GeoGuessr. And my objective is threefold. A, to hopefully have some fun while I'm doing this. B, see places I've never been and probably will never go to. And C, try to score 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in whatever region I'm playing at any given time. So if I do succeed in playing a 25,000 point round, that region is done and over with, will not feature again in the series. Fail to do 25,000 points, and I will possibly play the region again at a later date to see if I can remedy that. Now, I've been going on about it for the past couple of weeks. I think that I would like an easier map, but to play than the ones I've had recently. But the random number generator has really got it in for me, and it sent me back to Thailand again. And we were there like 2 episodes ago, and now we're going back. And it's a bit disconcerting, but hey, it's what it is. Excuse me. And so today we are being sent into the south of Thailand. We're being sent into the province of Nakhon Si Thammarat. Something like that. It sits down here, and it looks like it might be a nice place. Who knows? It's got per 2019, it had about 1.5 million people in it. Let's see if I got any more recent numbers. Well, 2024, there was a population of 1.5 million, so it's been pretty steady. And it's only, it's about 10,000 square kilometers, just shy of 10,000 square kilometers. And the capital is the city, which has the same name as the province, Nakhon Si Thammarat. And let's see. One source has it at 102,000 people in 2019. Let's see if my other source comes up with something else. Let's see. It says that Nakhon. Okay. So in 2019, 102,000 people in 2019. There we go. So, and as you can see, the dots are fairly close together here. So that means there's loads of tiny back roads here. So I'm going to have my work cut out, and kind of want to see if I can get this done in an hour and a half. Hopefully that should be possible with the size of this area, so we'll give it a go. Let's see, let's publish this map. Oh, okay. Well, let's do that then, and publish it again. Let's see, come on. Save. Ooh, taking a while. I wasn't prepared for that, but okay. So let's head in there and make a challenge. Create a challenge, copy the link, and as always, I'm going to put the link in a safe spot. Let's see, Nakhon Si Thammarat. Copy the link. And that's now in the safe spot. So let's start the game. And I'll copy the link there so that if you like to, you can try and play the same game. Maybe play along with me and see if you can beat me, which probably isn't much of a feat anyway. Okay, so heading east on a windy back road, but at least it's hard surface. That's always a plus wherever you are in the world. Southeast, so heading sort of in the direction of the sea, and here's an intersection. Okay. Now, question is if we'll have any roads. I would love to be able to read that. It said something, and does it say Talang? So it says Hosimakan or something? Hosimakan Road and Talang or something. Of course, this is the only thing that's visible on the map here. Oh my word. Ah, we have to go that close to get anything. Ooh. See, while in Thailand, you have to kind of keep looking out for these watts and the Buddhist shrines. Let's see, just that. No, that doesn't say anything I can use. Okay, so we got an interesting intersection here. We got the yellow line down the middle both ways. And this kind of looks like, well, it's a football pitch. So which way do we go? Well, I favor heading eastwards, as that will take us towards the sea. Let's put down a checkpoint here. Might be a little premature, but... And we got hills to the east. Okay, that could mean that we are in here somewhere. Yeah, we need more information than this, but at least this is a start. That's another doggo. We've seen oh, yeah. Seen quite a few dogs lately. When we were in Chiang Rai the other day, and then we got some pretty young and also some pretty pregnant dogs. Let's see, what do we have here? So go southeast. Don't know. The thing is that these roads in Thailand, they are quite... I would say that compared to a lot of the world, the Thai roads are generally in good nick. And the standard is such that you think, if you've been playing like, well, a lot of other countries, you are like thinking, oh, this must be a main road. And then it turns out that no, it isn't. It's a country road. The main road is like a big beast lurking somewhere else. So, and this is most likely one of those cases where this seems like a fairly robust road. That should be a trunk road of some sort, but it probably isn't. Now, though, we have started going southwest, and I don't like that. And this road now turned into a lesser road. So we got hills pretty much everywhere. And precious little in terms of information. Got that sign, but it can't... Oh. But unfortunately, this mirror is making it impossible to read. And then Google goes and does that. So I can't read the road name. Okay, so let's head east. So we're inside a series of low hills, or hills in general. So we could be anywhere. So yeah, I'm not going to waste time looking at the map until I get something firm. Now there tend to be milestones in Thailand with road numbers if the road is numbered. So far I've seen no evidence of any numbered road. I haven't seen any evidence of any numbered roads here. So just have to push on until we find one. Bosco. There we go. All right, so we came down this road. But how far away did we come? That's the next question. Because now I had to retrace my steps. Okay, so we went eastwards on this windy back road for a bit. Well, actually, I can use my checkpoint now. There we go. So, and then I went. Did I? Yes, I went southeast. And yep, that was the doggo, one of the doggos. And then, let's see, so the road turned, well, a bit twisty turny. Still southeast, and it's very straight for a good while. We're following a ridge. Could we be following this ridge? We could be going down here, I reckon. Let's see now. Just how tight was that bend? Yes, a very tight bend. Let's see, yes. Then we go. Yes. And we're going to wind up at an intersection. Let's see now. Here. And yep. And then I went eastwards. And this one is going to turn pretty. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So I am somewhere. I'm still not quite sure where I am. Let's see. Okay, so we go eastwards. So let's retrace this one again. I have an ink. Did I go the right way? Yeah, no? Did I? Yeah, I did. So let's see. And I continued southeast. Yes. So let's see. So this road is turning. And then it goes straight. Ish. Bends a little. Let's see now. Where does it bend then? Southeast, and then it bends, and it bends again. Right, okay, so we're going, okay, so we're going through this bit. So I am on this road as far as I can tell. Because now we are, I guess we're here. And then we're turning eastwards. And then we're turning onto the long southeast stretch. Yes. Okay, so we're somewhere up here. Okay. So here we're looking. Let's see what if we can identify some bends here. So we're in a series of very slight bends. And we're heading just slightly south of east. Slightly north, and then we got a major bend that takes us southeast. I would think it's this one. Let's see now. Yes, because this bend is taking us slightly north of east. So that's there. Let's see now. Back again. So going eastwards, slight southerly, still eastwards. So it must be around here then. Let's see now. You can say we got the bend to the northeast. Not convinced just yet. Let's see now. So we've got houses either side of the street here. South side, north side. That's got to be that one. So we got that one next to us, but I don't think that's on the map. So, we have exited this bend, so it should be about here-ish. I do have a clean sweep in all my Thailand games so far, the 4 Thailand games I've played in this series. And I would love to extend that series of clean sweeps. I'm gonna say I'm there. Let's just have a little look at this building. Yep, that is the correct building. We have this carport here, which is this bit. And let's see, can I use any? No, I cannot use any directions for that. So, well, that's got to be a decent placement, right? If I look straight south, I'm not looking, let's see now. If I'm looking straight south, looking just past this house, that ought to put me within. Whew, thank goodness me. Okay. And another place with a decent road. I love decent roads. I can't tell you how much I love decent roads. Okay, so we go southeast. I guess that's the usual green thing. No, yes it is. Just that it isn't very green anymore. I think I want to go on in this direction. The landscape seems to be flatter here. At least I don't see any hills or mountains around. And we got a decent road here. And let's see if we can take this down. Let's cross out the old stuff. Soy. Ban Ma Ying Yang Duan. Then we can hope that will be helpful along the lines. And this time we are going to put up a checkpoint in this intersection. Okay, intersection up there. There's a fair few signs around. Good. There's a bridge down there. I want to have a little look at the bridge before we head the opposite way. Yeah, let's have a look at that bridge. I want to get the taste of this river, or whatever it is. It's a river, decent size. Not huge, but big enough that it should show on the map. It's not a given that it is one of these roads, one of the yellow ones. Could, for instance, be that one. So, okay, so let's head back up the road. Have a look at the signs that I saw. And it's kind of curious that most of the places I played in Thailand so far, well, we've had these white signs along the side of the road. It's been Latin alphabet transcription of the location. No such thing here. Okay, so crossing yet another river. That is helpful, actually. What would be helpful would be something with... Oh, a restaurant. Well, not feeling particularly peckish at the moment because I just had dinner, so... But, here we go. Let's see, I'm gonna take these down. Ta Salah. Oh. And Ban Don Ka. And Ban Pak Paying. Ban Pak Paying. Okay, Ta Salah. What could that be? What's our direction? Our direction is dead north. So how about this area? Oh, I like the look of this. I like the look of this one. I really like the look of this one, except for the bend. And of course the direction is all right. Right. Bansabwa. Oh. See now. Oh, Ta Salah. Did I see it say Ta Salah here somewhere? I think I saw Ta Salah. Yes, Paradise Ta Salah. Ooh. Bansabwa. But we want Bandongka Banpak Paying. Yeah, and this is an area where this is one of the areas with a lot of Muslims in Thailand. So there's both mosques and what's about Banaitung. Let's see, I'm coming from Ban. Then was this stuff with the rivers. Could we have been here? That's what would make the most sense. Or possibly this one. But I don't remember seeing that. Unless this. But that doesn't match with where we were. And of course now we moved out of Ta Salah, which is here. Could of course be on this road. Ooh, I like the look of that. I like the look of that. Let's see now. How long since I... Oh. What's this? Is this a Nina oil? That could actually say Nina. Let's see now. What other businesses do we have here? Pak Paying. Pak Paying. Aha. So, we must have been down here. Back to start. Or rather, the intersection, that is. So, here's a car dealership. A grocery store there. So it must have come from this road, right? Yeah, the bend looks correct. looks correct. And then it turns the other way. Yep, let's see. Okay, so let's have a look at the start here again. So here we're looking southeast, probably somewhere here on this bend. Let's see now. Slight, let's see, then we've got a pretty big bend taking us up here, yes. And then we are heading out here. Okay. So we are on this bend. Let's get this right. Let's have a look in east-southeast. Got a house to the south. Ooh, do not mess this one up. So it looks like we're about here. There are houses on the north side. Let's see, if I look straight north, I think I'm looking past that house, so I should be about there. And that thing is this, because we got that little outcropping, which is that thing. And that means that that is that. So I'm gonna say that I'm just clipping it. There. Good. 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 Round number 3. Wow, I'm being spoilt today, but ooh. Okay, there's a house in there that could be a help, because I hate being on bends. Okay. South. And now do we have hills or anything? Yeah, we got some low hills to the... Oh, we actually got some hills to the east. Okay. So that means we're inland again. And that's anywhere. Probably in here. So, let's see. Yeah, nice, lush and green. And this is definitely going the wrong direction, as it seems to be predominantly southwest. And that's not where we want to go, but could still be a clue about something. So... like this is this area, for instance, but it kind of feels like we're in between hills and not next to. There's a village of sorts, a town of sorts here. Maybe we got something here. Nothing legible, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna continue along in this direction. Unless I come up on somewhere that provides information. Okay, now we're talking. Now this is turning the right way again. Want to be heading towards the sea, if at all possible. But yeah, the general gist here is of something that is going south-southwest. And that's not really what I want. Ooh, but that is what I want. Lam Tap and Ban Ao Tong. Let's see. Lam Tap and Ban Ao Tong. Okay, Lam Tap. How big a place is Lam Tap? don't know who is responsible for making the locations that I use in my scripts, but he is not, or she, they, are failing to do a proper job of putting things being accurate on borders. So they've actually included this chunk of Krabi in Nakhon Si Thammarat. And there's a Raipatana school. Wasn't that something? Let's see now. So we have eventually found Lam Tap, which is here. And I believe we've been on the 4018 all along. This is where the road sort of came to an end, I think. So, well, it could actually be here as well. Although I think we came in on this one. So, south, southeast. There's going to be a hospital down the road here. And that's probably... We saw a compound here, didn't we? Yep, this is the hospital. So that's here. Okay, so back to where we started. I would say there or there. This is still going to take some finding. It's very northwesty, twisty, turny. That's a big building. Let's see, lots of northwesty thingy, twisty, turny bits. I don't think we're much further south than that. Hard to tell. I have a feeling we might be here now. Let's see. No, that's not it. Grocery store, and we are... Could this be it? We're heading almost due west. Well, that kind of works, doesn't it? Let's see now. There's a road taken off into the hills like that. I like the look of that. That could indicate that we are somewhere on this bend, I think. Let's have a look at that. So there are houses on the bend. There's a house hidden in the trees here, which could very well be that one. The road. Well, I don't like that. I don't like that. And then it starts going southeast. But we could. Then there's this bend. Yeah, I think I'm onto something now. Let's see. First it bends like so, then it's going to bend the opposite way. Yes, and we're going to have a school here. Yep. Let's have a look at this thing again. Like so. Question is it that bend or is it that bend? Around the corner. Straight bit to the north. Ish. Bend. And we got an intersection. And a fairly big house. Is this it? That's that. In that case, we're on this bend, aren't we? Let's see, so we go around the bend, which is this one. Go around the next bend, which is this one. Come up on the next bend, and then we're going to have the big building. Yeah, the big flat building. Yes, so we are on this bend. Okay. And then we have this building in the trees here, which is directly to the west. Let's have a little look at it. Yeah, I think that's the right one. And that has to, well, that has to be that. And should be a long one. This shack thingy here must be that. Okay, look directly west, and we look. Where are we looking? We're looking. I think we're about here. Yep. Well, what do you know? So we got locations in Krabi here. That is messed up. And, yeah. Someone should be taken to task for messing up the locations. And I'm just... So, I'm going to let you in on something, and that is that I have my I'm playing this on my desktop computer. I have my laptop next to me. so I can check on the locations right now, and I see that there are locations spilling over both into Krabi and Trang, and yeah, there are locations spilling into pretty much each and every one of the neighbor provinces. That is a major problem. That could well mess this thing up. Something royal. So someone has done a shoddy job of entering the locations here for the database. They must have had a bad day when drawing the setting up the borders for the area. What's happening here? Let's see. I'm going. No, not on the westwards. I'm going to go eastwards. Come on. The vegetation seems different here from where we've been so far. The trouble is now that I'm starting to run out of time, so hopefully I'll be able to figure this one out within the next 20 minutes. So is that? No, that's not it. There's a major leap forward here. Unless it's that one. No. Well, that's a bit freaky. Huh. The vegetation seems different here. Oh, my word. Oh yeah, did I say different? I mean different. Okay, we got the yellow line going north. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Would you look at these woods? Is this a rubber plantation? It is. You see those little cups there and the diagonal cuts on the tree. Huh. Cool. Let's see now. So we went southeast and then we wind up on a road. And southwest, I mean. And that still looks a bit like this, doesn't it? So shack in here, yes. Several houses here. The road does have a little bend. And then it's going to go on half forever. Until it will take a turn to the left. Let's see. Until it will take a turn to the left. Sorry, to the right, I mean. Here we go. That's this bend. Just looking for some confirmation. We're going to have a road off to the right fairly shortly. This one. Yeah, so that means that this was actually the corner. Let's see. So turn around again. So we're next to some houses here. We're going southeast, so it must be somewhere on this corner. Looking westwards. And then there's this little road going down that way. Let's see now. So here we are now on this bit. And the house coming up here must be this one. Yep, that fits the profile. Then there's going to be a cluster of buildings here. Yes. Back again. So once more. This is that. Next question. Is this, or is it the next one? No, it's not, because the next house, which is here, and this one is on this bend here. Okay, let's get this one right. Yeah, we got like two buildings next to each other. So we are pretty much there. Okay, and then we go for the final round. 53-42, that's not quite correct, but okay. In elapsed playtime, I guess we could subtract half an hour off of that. So that's what I'm gonna, well, for statistical purposes, I'm gonna subtract the actual, so we can actually get the actual time. Okay, so finally we find ourselves on a proper road here. Also, I've had a little look around and around the borders here, and yeah, there are locations spilling across the border in quite a few places, but they don't spill in any sort of depth except in this area, with this whole section here has somehow become part of the Nakhon Si Thammarat map, which is unfortunate, but I can't do much about it. Okay, so let's see. So we're on a highway, and we're heading to Tung Song and Nakhon Si Thammarat. Yeah, that was just me hitting my glass by accident with my pen. Nakhon Si Thammarat in 18 kilometers. And Tung Song in 29. That's heading north. And what's this? Chawang? I guess they've been reusing these signs, maybe. Okay, let's assume. So we got mountains. We're probably not on this road, because the directions are all wrong and everything. And I don't particularly like the direction of this one either, but I don't have to like it. It just has to be right. Let's see, so what's this place? Ban Quan Nong, that's not the place. Ron Phi Bon. Okay, so that's the Ron Phi Bon. Okay, can we find... So if that's 18 away, where's Thong Song? Is this Thong Song? Or is it up the road here? Well, anyway, that suggests that we're down here, I would say. What's some Nakhon? Let's see now. We got a WP station here. A VIP station. Okay, that's probably that one. Let's see, Chai Sin Market. That has to be that place there. Right across the road here. Let's see, there are several buildings. Not so sure which of these we're looking at. So we got the VIP gas station over there. There are several buildings up the road here. Let's see, move sideways a little bit. So we got a building to the back there. That's this stuff back here. So this ought to be this one. I'm not a fan of ought to. But then we have this tiny thing here, which is that. So we're definitely in front of this. Okay, so if I am looking straight east, I'm looking in the middle between these two things here. So it's looking straight east, so that should be... Oh, I already got that pretty well placed, actually. So that should be all right. Yep. Well, we do keep a clean sheet in Thailand, so I'm 5 for 5 in Thailand, even though this location was very much in the wrong spot. I'll make sure to put that in the description of the map, because that's unfortunate indeed. Maybe I'll look into changing the map by and by, but yeah, I'll just keep it as it is. So yeah, wrong province and all. That cost me dearly, but yeah. So that is Nakhon Si Thammarat and the surrounding areas done. That was quite a lot of work, but got there in the end, which is the important thing. So yeah, that is it for this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, and I'm glad that you're still with me here. And I hope you'll come along for the next episode as well when it's up. Until then, bye-bye.